8 tips for getting free wood chips. I sure wish you guys could smell this. We are tree lovers, as you can tell. But if you're taking down the trees anyway, compost the wood chips if you can. We just got this load dropped off and I am ready to get working on it. Of course, all my muscle, they're all at school, but you know what? It's amazing what a mama can get done. This is like Christmas, and the smell. And if you let it sit, it becomes this beautiful mulch, and then eventually it just turns into great compost for the garden. Look at these sweet potatoes. They are thriving in it, and so are the bananas. Thankfully today the construction is way down the road, so they were able to get in here. I was a little worried if they could make it, but they did. Tip 1. Have a cleared, easily accessible spot for a big truck to be able to come in and turn around and tip off the wood chips without getting stuck. In the beginning we just had this little spot right here, cleared of palmettos, and then we had to expand to this side, and eventually we had to expand all the way over here. Tip 2, keep an eye out for wood trimmers in your community. If you see someone working in the neighborhood, go ask. What's the worst that can happen? They say no. We actually got these wood chips because we spotted someone a couple streets over as we were driving the kids to school, and they were taking a couple of trees down in a yard, most likely hurricane damaged trees that needed to come down anyway, or maybe they were a danger to the roof. We know all about that. And I went home, got a tip, rode my bike over to ask, and sure enough they said yeah. And I showed them the way, gave them my address, and they basically followed me over here. Thankfully we have so much space that we can just let them know that they can drop it off anywhere they feel is convenient, because we have so many areas here in the front, and they just choose their favorite spot. And that leads us to tip 3. Offer a tip. If you give the tree trimmers a tip, they're more likely to remember you and return with more wood chips. Tip 4. Have a wagon or wheelbarrow, a good shovel or a pitchfork, and a rake ready just in case they spill on the road. This time we just got about half a load, but sometimes you can see here some remaining wood chips. We've had a few instances where they dropped it all the way out to the road because the truck was so big, and we're right there ready as soon as we can to get it back in so we don't get any complaints. Tip 5. Have a sign up when you're not around so that any tree trimming companies can drop off the wood chips. Tip 6. Leave your phone number and your address, or call their office to get put on their wood chip drop-off list. Sometimes it works. Sometimes we just show up and we have beautiful wood chips waiting for us. Not complaining. We know the trees are going to come down anyway, so let's not take them to the landfill. Or even worse, burn them. And yes, we've seen that happen many times. They just tear everything out just like this, put them on a truck, and take them somewhere and burn them. Or they'll burn them right there on the property. Tip 7. Sign up for getchipdrop.com. We have not been able to get in wood chips that way, and we've actually given up on it, but we've heard of other people who's been lucky to get it that way. Tip 8. Let your wood chips sit if you're going to be planting in them. Of course, that's not always possible, especially not if the wood chips are sitting in your driveway, or like in our case, you have wood chip thieves. And yes, we do. On 2 occasions, we had someone come by with empty garbage cans and clear out a whole bunch of wood chips. We think we've put a stop to it now, but that's one of the reasons why we're moving them as soon as we get them. We've got burned several times now. I don't know if you can see it. It's day 2 and the wood chips are cooking. The steam is coming up. The deeper I get into the pile, the more steam I see, the hotter it gets. You might be able to tell how much I was able to get done by myself yesterday. It was Halloween, so there was no help to get. We had to go trick-or-treating after school. Hopefully this weekend I'll get some help. Maybe from one of my big boys. But let's see how much I can get done all by myself. It is the good kind of work. If you've been able to successfully get free wood chips, please let us know in the comments how you did it, where you got them from. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and visit us at woodchips.com.